Greetings, blessings, salutations once again. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott and here to share some peace, to share some, to share some time and to offer some peace, to offer some of my thoughts on faith, inspiration, what we're dealing with here in this life. The title today, Peace Alone and Shared, and to kind of go with some inspired quotes that I received. If you don't have the courage to walk alone, others will not have the courage to walk with you. From A. Doobie. There's a lot of truth in that. Do you have the faith and the courage to walk alone? Do you have the faith and courage to try and lead others? Those are the things I've been building in myself. And then I think this was the thumbnail from Siddhartha Gautama, the first Buddha, as I understand. If you find no one to support you on the spiritual path, walk alone. There is no companionship with the immature. And, there's that other quote, won't be yoked to the infidels. We don't want to be associated with those necessarily who hold us back, who just choose not to understand. And for my own social media, I shared the peace within may be shared when others. The peace found within may be shared when others do join the experience. Have the strength to stand alone when the timing allows. These are words, brothers and sisters, that's what I've been doing. I've been learning how to gain in my own strength. Just allowing me to be me and the rest of the world to be the rest of the world. Sometimes it's not easy. Each of us in our paths through life, we go through these challenges. And sometimes life can really kick you in the balls, so to say, right? The news of the day can sometimes bring you to your knees. I've had a few days like that. So I have an understanding that I'd like to share. So any of you, if you're going through some of these things in life right now, trust there's a reason. Trust that these challenges, remind yourself, all of these moments of life, all of them, all of the things we treasure and care so deeply about, all of this, it's temporary. We're only temporarily here on Earth. So what do we want to do? How do we want to spend our time? Those things are truly important. So one of the things I considered, observing myself, the patterns of boredom. This society, I think that's part of the problem of this modern day age, is that since there's less time focused on growing food, mending clothes and, the basics of survival, human culture has offered us more time. Now that time, aside from survival, it's been dedicated either to, partially the job. We'll throw that in as the replacement of most of the survival tasks. But even beyond the job, we've got time, and that's where the entertainment has flourished, right? The bread and circus tricks keep the slaves entertained and just fed enough to survive, and you can avoid unrest. But you got to keep them busy, give them something to do, something to talk about. Not so much that they learn and grow, not so much that they come together, but find ways to keep them entertained and divided, separated and apart. Those are the tactics that have been pretty successful, brothers and sisters, for the owning class, the ownership class of the world today. It's brilliant. The strategies that have been used by the money changers. Someone recently shared a beautiful documentary. I haven't finished it yet, but it was along the lines of the history of money. And, the money changers have been a problem in history, throughout history. And yet, society after society continues to allow human beings to play these roles as money changers, controlling the currency of nations. And it's like this sick, twisted game of commerce and government that humans have imagined and, wrote out all these rules and instructions for people to follow. It's fucking brilliant. But there's simple solutions that are available for the world. And I'm speaking again, for those who can't tell, as from the privileged class here in America, right? Praise be America, where everyone can have a gun, but not everyone can get a degree. Not everyone can get an education. How bizarre. It's like, I don't know, brothers and sisters, looking at the history of what this nation was built for, what this earth might have been created for, we've got to be able to come to some sort of agreements that what is going on in this world is not acceptable. Meaning, in the greater scope of the police and surveillance states, the powers that have been given over to citizens in government and corporations. These are problems I don't believe we can continue to ignore, to be honest. I think the time has come for humanity to grow and to evolve. And what does a child do as it grows and evolves? It lets go. It lets go of the past ways of being dependent upon the employer, dependent upon the state. Everyone's dependent upon someone else to do something else for some other reason. Each of us have an inner strength. We all have a power and talent and just a natural will within for survival. Back to the boredom topic. When our inner drive for survival, okay, what does it mean to survive? It means you're going to grow. If you look at nature, the way nature grows, it doesn't just survive, it thrives. I mean, when the right resources are there, life thrives. And we live in a realm that is abundant with resources, particularly knowledge. There is a lot of knowledge available to be learned. And this boredom thing, boredom happens when we think we know everything. Boredom happens when you forget to wonder. It's actually, again, this world, this experience of life, it's a mind trick. It's all mental. The real is conceived, perceived, conceptualized. But I hope this is making sense. I want to thank all of you in the chat, sincerely. I shared some of the comments in the opening, but I love this. I gain wisdom from many of the beautiful souls who found their ways into my life, and thank you. The soul becomes colored by the dye of the thoughts. Beautifully observed. It's our thoughts. It is our thoughts that will influence, direct, limit our energies, the energies that we bring forth. It's all controlled through the thoughts. And it's my goal to present more love, more care, more compassion, more kindness, more of the Christic spirit, which I believe is natural. So I've been working to break free of my old habits of me in order to discover what more there may be. What is this? Still ran by the same people. They rebrand themselves with a new country. This is just it, Sarah. Amen. Hey, I got to give you a thanks specifically. I think it was you. Don't judge me. You left a comment on Z's show at the time. I watched his show today, and I started it right after his shout out for me. So, you know, I'm going to address the topic just a little more. Okay, and the thumbnail, and then I think I will drop the link and open the panel. What I've been learning for myself and what I'm offering you to hopefully see, I do spend time off the screen intentionally, purposefully, going within myself at this time of the world. So while your life's going on and you're doing your thing, this is what I do, and I encourage you. Try it for yourself. Just pause for just a short period of time and consciously, intentionally allow the world to be. And then go inside of yourself. Take control of you. Give yourself permission. It's okay. The world can be. I'm going to be. And then as you go within and you connect with the I am, with the presence of you and your being in this time, in this moment, if you go within and find the peace, the loving awareness, that's what it is. Connect to the loving awareness of your I am presence. See yourself from God's view, from the view of the Christ, right there within you. And when you can find within you this peace, this comfort, this intentional seeking of the divine to connect. When you open your eyes and you return back into your experience, you're bringing more of the divine with you. And there's a peace, there's a grace to the flow of time and everything that happens. It's within our minds that we start creating these walls and these judgments and these opinions. Next thing you know, all these memories and imaginations have taken over your mind. So it's real easy to get lost in this lifetime. The order to be found, it's within. All the answers are within. All the love you need, it's there. It's within you to be sought, to be experienced, brought forth, and shared. So earlier today, brothers and sisters, got up this morning, there's a soft rain again, overcast. It's a bit chilly here, the fall weather, but I still spent a few moments outside just to be in some time of peace so that I could offer it here to you. And, you know, what is peace? What is peace but calm? A calm mind. What brings forth a calm mind? Honestly, loving intentions. Meaning, how can I offer more of me? How can I offer more of what I've received? How may I serve? What may I serve? Where may I serve? I seek to serve the world we share, I live in, right? I seek to make a better world for us all, for the future. But actually, it's not so much that I seek to make a better world. I seek to help others see the better world that is here right now. As it's said in the Bible, and again, I would welcome those who have deeper memory of the words of the scripture. I'd welcome some conversations about these things, but the kingdom of heaven is within. It's the presence of God. What is God but divine? Divine could be experienced many different ways, but I focus on bliss. That's what I heard repeated from the words of Yogananda, was recognizing the eternal bliss that our divine creator offers through life. hey, welcome, brother. I don't know if you...
Incoming message from the big giant Smith. I have entered the panel at 444. 4 is classically the number of destruction, especially in many Asian cultures.
It is, isn't it?
And the Asian
Or
guy
is it?
that runs Binance, a crypto trading and holding app, he was throwing up a lot of 4s on social media, and as we see, they are on the outs as the next SBF situation.
I missed some of that. I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
So this Asian dude, I forget his name, but he's the founder of Binance. It's like a crypto trading platform where you can also hold it there as if anyone in the right mind would leave their crypto sitting in the ether. But he was making a lot of social media posts and stuff that involved the number 4, right down to pictures of him where he's holding up 4 fingers. And currently they are the next ones on the chopping block for illegal Sam Bankman-Fried type activity.
Dude, there is so much crazy news going on in this world.
Yeah, it's part of the Great Delusion.
Well, I think it's amazing that we get to witness and experience it, but I have within me a sense of urgency that something's got to be done. And
Yeah, the Lord's will be done. That's almost my only prayer these days. Like, if you pray, "Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done," what else is there? What have you not covered? I mean, that's why people don't get their prayers answered, because they're just asking for shit they want. And
possibly I'm sorry to interrupt. What I think people fail to do is to ask, God, what might you want? What might your will be for me from the view of heaven for me to do here on earth? That's what I mean, that's along the lines of thought that I'm often asking. What
Jack,
should
I
I do?
totally agree. That was a good thing to say. I just noticed that I've obviously been on the Unslaved panel. I just
I
noticed my
meant
name is Illumatardi. Give me a
I
second.
meant to ask, I'm sorry to interrupt. I meant to ask you about that when you came on, and then I didn't want to interrupt, and then I got lost in my own thought. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man. Such honor over there, such integrity and honor just slathered on that channel. I don't know why I call him a cult.
I did I see you
Um,
there today, or was that yesterday?
oh yeah, you saw me for a brief period. That's what was hilarious is he was doing all that get out of the chat, come up here thing. And I was like, well, I don't want to come up here because you're just gonna dunk me anyway. I don't want dunk. And by the time he got to dunking me, he said I was doing the reverse psychology. I'm like, no, you're doing what I was bitching about. That's not reverse psychology at all. But yeah, man, you were talking about the Bible, and that's what I'm saying, man. If you want to read and go off the Bible, it's the thing telling you that you're not going to get the world you want until it's provided by the Antichrist. Like if you want
But
peace and love and unity, that's what we're going to get from the Antichrist. And then after we get it, he's going to flip it on us and make it all tyrannical and evil and shit.
well, I have a lot of respect for what's prophesized. I don't claim to know the specific
Of course not.
interpretations, but,
No, Jack.
but
This
here,
isn't an interpretation.
well, let me
This
finish.
wasn't a parable
Well,
or an analogy. It's
can I
future.
can I offer? Well, tell you what. Here's my interpretation. I believe it'll be shown. Maybe it'll be more than this, but the argument could be made right now that the Antichrist is the beast within man, the selfishness that has been
No,
riding.
I covered this
Can I
with you.
finish?
No, I covered this with you on CBO's panel, dude. I
Did you?
told you it's very much going to be a person
Okay.
because things will be done by
Well,
the person
Tom,
and things
there's a
will
point
happen
to
to the
what I
person.
was. Tom, please show respect. Okay.
No, you show respect to the God you.
So, in regard to that conversation, what I was trying to express is that I believe the words of the Bible, the Scripture, it's about us. That we are the Savior. The story of the Christ is each of us. The instructions were left in the teaching. We are, I believe, again, the argument could be made that the return of Christ, Christ is the archetype of love, love expressed from a man in the context of natural law. That's how we are supposed to be. And so I believe the return of Christ is that loving energy that comes forth through us as we choose to surrender our ego, surrender our fears and worries that the world taught us to carry. When we surrender the world away, we do that commitment to love and the truth and to loving the truth. Well, then, as we, followers of Christ, unite as children of God, brothers and sisters in the body of Christ, in service to the world that God has given us, in praise of the Almighty Creator, and with absolute gratitude. Thank you, Jesus. Holy cows, why not? How about we thank each other? How about we offer a little praise, a little support in the fact that each of us live today? That's what I want to talk about, man.
Yeah, except you're wrong. Like you just totally contradicted what the book and the God and the belief you claim to stand on is every contradiction you're stating here because you're all tripped up on your own words. Like how can you be about
Um,
truth if you don't even
bring
use your
bring
words correctly?
facts, bring facts instead of just disagreements. Okay.
That's all I do.
No,
Like
that's
when
what
you
you
say
say you
that
do. Hey, Tommy, that's what you say you do. Now, I don't intend to offer you, and I'm talking to you, Tommy. I don't intend to offer you the same treatment that my counterpart, my apparent nemesis wants to do. I don't want to keep putting you in the back, Tom, but here, you are not as truthful as you present yourself, as you claim to be. I am a man who can.
You're a narcissist, Jack. You're a
That is
fucking narcissist.
that is your opinion.
No, listen, here's the fact. You just said, I don't want to treat you like my counterpart does, but you are. And you're saying I make you do that, aren't you? That's narcissism. I got
Tom,
him to read that meme. All my exes are raging at me. My exes made me cheat on them. My exes are crazy.
Tom,
Keep repeating my name.
you're ignoring your behavior. You're blaming me with the label of
I'm
narcissist. You're blaming me for showing the similar treatment, putting you in the back, not recognizing the fact that, Tommy, you're being placed in the back because you choose to not share self-control. You can't control your mouth and actually have a conversation.
What problem do you have with anything I've said compared to how long you'll let your counterpart sit here and berate you? Now you're a hypocrite. Now you're a narc and a hypocrite.
Hey, Tom, today's a new day. Let's offer a fresh.
Right, let's bring it back to the Bible talk. That's what I came up for.
Right.
Now, the facts I'm about to share with you is you sit up here day after day and make statements about men and society being fooled into this or that and stating motives that aren't true.
Tom, ease your chill out a little, okay?
Oh, no, I've kind of been counterparted. Forgive me if I don't ease because I don't respect you, Jack.
Then leave. I'm not here to take your disrespect. You can keep it, brother. Matter of fact, you can take your happy ass on it elsewhere, Tom. I don't want it anymore today. Praise God. See, I do try and demonstrate. Actually, this brings up a good point. I've seen the label of me and my behavior that I react when people disagree. It's not so much the disagreement, it's the pointless disagreements. It's the avoidance of resolve that these insecure egos like to show. And we see it patterned on these YouTube streets quite often. The insecure and the fearful egos. What I think happens, I believe, you could present these things in many different ways. It could be said that we are what the gods are doing. We are what is brought forth. And what I've observed is that when we lie, when we make excuses, find blame, we agitate ourselves. We get all anxious and defensive, ready to attack, especially with the blame. And then someone who's stepped back and, kind of just detached from it and looking at it, you can see what an asshat they're showing themselves as. I've done it. People have made fun of me, because I've shown my reactive nature. You look foolish. And Tommy, your persistence at trying to show yourself better than other people, come on, man, you're better than that. Chill the hell out and we can have some conversations. But frankly, on screen and off screen, Tom, I've tried and you've never allowed actual conversations like a man. So I don't know. Hey, Sterling Ray, I see that. Thank you. This is what I've been learning as well. But even with this, what I've been learning for myself, I cannot control what others do, say, or think. I cannot control any others but myself. here on this platform, in my mind, I'm conscious of not only my time, but the viewers as well. You know, in my mind, I imagine there's people tuning in because they're getting, a little enjoyment, inspiration. They're receiving some of the spirit of joy that I'm trying to offer. So I do try and keep people, not just myself, but respecting the time I'm allowed to have here on earth. How about that? Can you consider that for yourself, whoever you might be? We're sharing this time together here on earth. And it's by the grace. I'm convinced it's by the grace of God that we are. And there is an I am presence, an eternal I am Christic presence of the loving awareness perceived through the human consciousness. And we are all a part of that. What distorts the peace from within, what distorts the peace around us, it's the activities of our mind. It's when we allow our mind to be taken over, to be consumed by narrow focus, these guarded beliefs we've got to protect, these memories and opinions we've got to fight for. It's, brothers and sisters, humbly, it's a sign of insanity, because these lives are too short. Potentially. The other possibility, brothers and sisters, if you can allow this to consider or look it up and see what you can find. I believe this generation, who we are right now in this lifetime, if not us, then shortly beyond us, should we come together, the science and technology that has been learned and discovered through humanity over time, holy cows, man. There's new sciences that demonstrate really ancient ideas about the power of frequency, how sounds can be healing, frequencies, light, vibrations, how those can be healing and destructive for us. The point I was trying to get, we could be a generation that truly expands our lifetime, or should we allow the dark patterns and the dark agendas of control to continue rolling out, promoting fear, promoting military action with other humans? As long as those powers continue to rise unabated, unconfronted, undeterred, I think humanity's headed for some bad times. And this is one of the brilliant things about humanity, something I think we overlook, is we can foresee, we can see patterns and predict problems on the horizon. We can dig in, fortify, prepare for the worst. We can confront those problems, see if they can be avoided. I don't know. We got a lot of options together, but brothers and sisters, spending our days slaving away for ungrateful jobs, imagining we're going to have some future happiness and security under doing the same thing we've been doing. Tommy, I kind of don't talk to me backstage. Tommy, can we have conversations? Maybe he left. Very well. Oops. I did bring you back up.
Oh, sorry, Jack. I'm so used to you bringing me up that I'm not out doing stuff around my house. Forgive me. It's so inconsistent of you to just leave me backstage for an entire show. Yes, give me a second, Jack. We can have conversation.
No worries. And Tom, please. I'll offer apologies. I mean no offense to anyone. Seriously. I am doing my best not to keep offending people, but holy cows, man. And then I realize I'm still getting offended. So that's what I've been working on, finding less offense within myself. But
so listen,
well,
Jack.
Yeah.
I only stuck around because this isn't about me and you. This is about everybody that's listening, because I don't put myself above people, Jack. I just see a consistent delusion or stupidity in this community. And it's not just about you and that counterpart. It's in the things that are right in front of our faces that whenever I just say what's happening, people are like, oh, very insightful. Wow. I'm like, no, you see it too. So that only reinforces my faith in these prophecies. The fact that we are watching it unfold. We might not live to see the end, but this is significant compared to the rest of history.
Hey, Tom, do you think it is possible for us to have an opportunity to try and do something big?
Not whenever you say things like, from here to private conversations, I'm not a man.
I've said the time we've tried conversing, it is not
very well.
Well,
and you don't have that great a memory as you've shown. Would you please tell Flo, do you remember that you were there when I defended Flow State's wife when Unslavia was just trying to have a riff session on his how to pick up girls video?
That
remember being there?
Tom, I don't pay.
You don't remember being there, do you?
Was it related to me or to you?
Oh, very telling, narcissist. Was it related to you? I remember watching you nod your head in agreement.
Okay.
But that thing about the Antichrist being a actual physical person, that was just 2 nights ago on CBO.
Okay.
What? Okay.
I don't.
Jack, let's keep it real here. You're just as much of a grift as Paul is. You don't really have people in mind. You're just out for you.
Tom, you reached a conclusion, then you're continuing your narrative as though your conclusion is true. You just made the claim.
Oh, this is after watching you for a year and a half, if Paul's right on the time.
So what? Well, he's not right on the time.
Okay, over a year.
Nope, not quite.
Yeah, it's been over a year since I showed up, and you were here before me.
Nope. As I checked, I believe it shows November 6th or 7th. I believe it was.
What did you check?
My journal.
You have a journal?
I keep a daily journal because my life became so bizarre. I try and keep track of it.
So the year that Ageless Timeless Being isn't quite clear on, this was before your channel and whatnot. I'm talking about we met in the Kingdom of Unslavia, and I used to think I got there first. But in my time travel, I see, oh, you actually got there first, and I just didn't encounter you right away. So definitely over a year, we've been interacting.
No, it's been almost. Hey, Tom, regardless, the claim you made against
I can make statements that aren't assumptions.
Tom, please.
How are we going to have a conversation when you keep saying Tom?
Well, I'm trying to bring us back to topic. You made the claim that I'm a grifter, no different than Paul. Let's explore the facts that you are standing on for
Right.
that claim.
Because DJM, she wanted me to make the video about how you and Paul are similar, and now I'm saying, yeah, so similar. I think you're both narcs.
What facts support your claim in this conversation that I am a grifter, just like Paul? What are the facts, Tommy? Because you're gambling, you're betting my reputation against what?
Are you saying that something
Where's
I
your
say here can damage your reputation?
Tom? What I'm trying to do is demonstrate that you have the opportunity to be accountable for your words like a
Yeah,
man.
and you called me a fucking liar, and I'd like to hear the facts of that too.
Let's complete this discussion first, and then we'll return to
No,
this
I
new
want to
thought.
complete the Bible discussion. I
Too
don't care what
bad.
you think of me. I don't care what these people think of
Tom,
me. I care that you're up here slandering and false prophesizing.
Tom, you are the one on this panel
Okay,
presenting
facts that
the
you're a grifter.
slander.
You sit up here and try and sell the image of biblical and Jesus following, and then you contradict all that.
Where's the connection to grifting? What is and just because you made that
Well, you want to make
opinion,
money off this endeavor, don't you?
Tom,
Do
I
you want
want
to
to
make money off
see.
this channel?
Actually, Tom, that's the last thing I'm worried about.
No, it's
You're
not.
such a you're
You want to
such
get
a disgusting hypocrite, Tom. You can leave. You are done here today. Praise be. Brothers and sisters, I assure you, the narratives about me, please, please, allow me the benefit. My story is already bizarre enough. The things I say, yeah, I'm contradicting some of the major mainstream ideas that all of us were taught by people who we trust. Oh, blessings. To make up some evidence. See, I guess I am grifting. Bless you, Hank. There's evidence for your claim, Tom, but holy cows, man. Brothers and sisters, the only thing I seek in this world, I seek many things, honestly. It's mostly answers. I seek a lot of answers. I'd like to get some answers from the citizens in the United States government. That's for damn sure. But I'd also like to get answers from a lot of other people. What I've been dealing with, though, is this egoic pattern of deflection and, deflection, distraction, and then accusation, the attack. It's the method that society has taught, especially men, to use. It's quite bizarre. Maybe I shouldn't narrow it to men. It's what this society taught us. All of us are the result of the society we grew up in. We're part of the environment. The environment forms us, and we form the environment. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. Here's a man of peace. Welcome, Dominic.
Hi, Jack. How you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling blessed. Thank you for joining. You're a wonderful shift in that energy from Tom.
You make it sound so defeat when you say that under your breath.
I didn't mean to make that so visible, but it is. There is a defeat within me, Dominic. I feel defeated because I don't know what to do. I don't know how. It's like when I describe my perspective, it sounds it doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth because I know it's not true. There's plenty of evidence that points the other way. My life is a paradox, and it's challenging to explain accurately and truthful. But what I've come to trust is trust. Trust in the unknown, trust in the moments, trust in the power that is. I call it God. And if people can believe this, could it be possible? Could it be that there's a path for us to confront the oppression and the ways of the past? Is there, what if we are? I mean, what if there is this path for us to choose? What I had to do for myself, brothers and sisters, and I encourage, when I offer some of the things I talk about, I try and keep it generic because I know everyone's got their own path, their own dreams, their own spirit within them, and not everyone has the same pull that I do. But for anyone listening, if you can plant it in your idea that peace may be found and that we being yourself and whoever else you can think of that might want to join the efforts, it's pretty simple. When we stop lying to each other, we stop hating each other. When we stop hating, we stop lying, we can start understanding each other as people, as, life forms here on earth who we're kind of trapped here with each other. Even though it's a big world, we're kind of all in this together. And I don't like seeing the escalation. And it looks to me like some of these things are, well, maybe some of those attacks in Israel and elsewhere have been allowed. What if it's up to us? What if we are the ones, all of us, anyone who is conscious and mobile? What if it is up to us to confront the citizens in leadership, not in violent ways either, but with the purpose that, hey, it's time to bring change. It's time for us to recognize that we're all in this together. Billionaires and paupers, we're all sharing this. It doesn't have to be suffering. There doesn't have to be division or oppression or debts. The question I'd ask each of you to consider: if there could be peace on earth, and if I could be a part of it, who can I think of? Who might I know who might want to share efforts or ideas, time? Because here in America, we've all got, while it's not convenient and it's not real simple, we do have ways to communicate electronically at government offices. The elected officials typically have support staff, aides you can speak to, relay messages, and please, polite, but it's time for our world to change. And maybe someone, if we can get church leaders, community leaders, if we can get other people involved, we can start with the focus of, it's time for maybe American maybe America can lead the way for the rest of the world truly towards reform, towards peace, towards transparency, authenticity. I do watch the news to stay somewhat informed. And, where is it? Afghanistan had another earthquake. And then, of course, the stuff in Palestine, Ukraine, and Sudan, and golly geez, so many other places.
So those things that they report on the media, is it showing change, or is it showing just the pulse of humanity constantly being the way it is?
That's
At
part of
present.
it. I think that is part of that. Part of the media. It is, if we get into the philosophy and the archetype without limiting it to a religion, the archetype of God and love and light, and then the satanic energies, which are to steal, kill, and destroy. It's done that that's accomplished through oppression, through manipulation, through temptation and deception. Brothers and sisters, the case can easily be made. Here's where I'm at. I have the experiences that give me confidence. I can present the case, explain the evidence. I can present the logic, the reasoning, and facts that prove the structures, the man's laws, the imagined structures of corporations and governments. They are the beasts of rule that were prophesized. We're supposed to overcome these beasts. They can be dissolved, just like the path for each of us is described in the Bible. We can dissolve away the ways of the world. We can allow ourselves to come forth with the truth, with the love, with the new. We're here to bring the new. That was what Jesus did. He took the old, he brought it in a new way, showing us, what to love God, love each other. How about this? Just love because you can. Each day, remind yourself, I get to love. I can love. I can be upset or I can love. I can be afraid or I can love. Find something to love. What I found rewarding for myself, actually a tip I'll encourage all of you to do. Spend time developing your own practice of meditation and prayer, setting time aside for those. Exercise your mind, body, and spirit as often as you can. And in meditation, I encourage you to do some mental exercises. Take all of the things that you love, the things that you would die for, okay? And then in your mind, give them a kiss goodbye. Allow yourself to feel the loss, the grief that might be, and recognize how lucky you are to have those. And then start appreciating the things that you have, but with a detachment, with the knowledge that I'm whole, I'm complete, and I am blessed to know of these things. But if you can do the mental exercise within yourself of detachment, allowing things to be sacrificed away, and then evaluate yourself. What would I be So I went through the actual part rather than just doing the mental exercise. It's the way I've found to deal with it. I had to find acceptance. And through the acceptance, rather than creating this hole within myself, the things I love are gone. I felt strength because I'd found gratitude in the past experiences. Nothing more. The experiences, brothers and sisters, the experience of life is what we are here for. So keep that in mind for yourself as you go through your day. You are the creator, the co-creator of your life experience. It's you. So as you go through your day, co-creating your experience, your journey through time, your tasks, remember your experience is being shared with others. So consider, what am I doing to improve the experience around? And as we go through our day, improving the experience around us, within us, imagining, dreaming, working forwards, taking actions towards the greater future of our dreams. This is what I've been doing. Brings me forth here to today. And I am sharing tips I found helpful for my own practice. Topic today. The choice is yours. When you're alone, you can feel at peace or you can be afraid, however you want. When you're with others, you can feel at peace or you can feel afraid. And at peace, man, this is what I do, okay? This is the mental exercise I play in myself. I get to find myself the reminders. We all need reminders, seriously, I think. I think we all need reminders that you're not in this alone. But even if you are alone, remind yourself. Give yourself permission, time and permission to grow. And then gain clarity on what you want to grow within yourself. For myself, I sought to grow in peace, in knowledge, and I still hope to grow in love. Hey, Dominic, what are you thinking, man?
Well, on your topic on peace and sharing to me is a form of caring. And if a person can learn to get into a state of peace, silence, that could be caring to themselves and hopefully an example to others.
Brother, well said. Thank you. That is actually what I was trying to communicate. Earlier today, I practiced my own peace, my own silence, care of myself, really recognizing and accepting the love I have for others. And then in those that time where there are no others, it's easy to fill yourself. And that is my goal. What I hope to bring here today is to share some peace. The reminders of peace, the reminders of gratitude, the reminders of faith, of hope, all the good things in life, brothers and sisters, all the good things are there. I don't know. Hey, Dominic, we're right at an hour. My intention has been to change the format a little bit, keep the energies good. I think this may be a safe time to wrap up.
No problem. Thanks, Jack.
Dominic, thank you, brother. Have a beautiful and peaceful evening. Yes, welcome and thank you to all of you who did join in on the panel, off. in the chat, sincerely tuning in and just keeping a safe distance. I recognize that, and I honor that as well. When I was all about love for many years, people did not respond well at all. I relate to you about that, Jack. Yeah, and that's something I remind myself of. Well, these realizations have been new for me. There's many others who have walked the path very similar to mine. Many people have walked a path much more painful than mine, much more challenging than mine. So, whoops, that's what I want to see. Well, I was splitting wood. Focus, multiplication through division. I have spent time in there as well. I love that, man. Hey, brothers and sisters, I think I am going to wrap this up. I do want to thank all of you again. Please, it's not egoic. I do hope. It's not I hope. I believe we get the right ideas, the right ideas, the right people together with the right time. And I'm trusting God that the right time is coming soon. I know I got a lot of ideas, and I hope to be one of the right people. So if you're one of the right people, or if you know one of the right people, please send them this way. Join this way. Let's join together so that we can bring forth that new world, that world that's waiting for us, the world of peace, abundance, prosperity, joy, life, praise, and faith. Please keep those things till next time. And you know what? Truth be told, I am playing day by day, playing it by ear. I don't know where the future is going to bring us, but thank you for being here. Choose love, peace for everyone. God bless us all, and live without fear.